Anyone who has even the faintest interest in winter sports by now has heard about Lindsey Vonn's ACL injury. And the remarkable thing is that she said she will try and compete with a torn ACL. So I get a lot of feedback from friends and patients who are shocked, because the assumption is always that if you tear your ACL, you have to have it reconstructed. And I mean, she's a very special case. So let's talk more general in some more normal people. But it's not necessarily true that you must have your ACL reconstructed. The reason why we consider getting an ACL reconstructed is to give you a stable knee. And why is that an important thing? So in the moment, a stable knee is a good thing. Most people don't really love not knowing what their knee is going to do if they do pivoting or twisting sports, whether that's soccer or pickleball. Or I live in New York, sidewalks are busy, somebody's jumping in front of you and you have to kind of corner quickly, and if your knee may buckle, that doesn't feel so good. So that's more in the moment, quality of life. You feel more confident with your knee, and you can go back to sports that's maybe your social environment. You love to play tennis and pickleball. But it's also joint preserving, because if you have an unstable knee and it buckles, then every time that happens, it's almost like you jump the curb. Every time that happens, you run the risk of blowing your tire. With the knee, every time your knee buckles, you run the risk of damaging your meniscus or damaging it more. And that really sets the tone more long-term in terms of the development of arthritis. So if you have a good meniscus, it's worthwhile preserving it, and you're more likely to preserve your meniscus with a stable knee. Now, if you don't really do any at-risk sports, you want to go on your spin bike, maybe you're a little older. I'm in my mid-50s. I wouldn't say that's terribly old, but it's older. That's a consideration. You may try and treat this non-operatively, especially if it's a partial tear. But if you're young, you want to go back to cutting sports, and your meniscus at the time of the initial ACL are still intact, then my recommendation generally is to try and get as stable a knee as you can, for now and for the future. Take care.